Hello guys, and welcome back to my channels. I'm TJ, and this week I'm going to talk about a few mistakes that I make when I started my keto journey. And I know people's allergic to long videos, so let's jump right into it right now. Guys, and so for today's video with the keto mistakes, I got about 5 mistakes that I made when I started my keto journey, and they could be a lot more, but these ones are very important to if you already starting keto and you are wondering if there's no changes or you're not losing weight as fast, and one of these could be the reason why. So you want to stick to the end of these videos because I have a few more bonus mistakes that I made and I learned from them, so I want to share with everybody. So jumping right into it, number 1 is going to be jumping right into it. So when I find out about the keto diet and the benefits and the weight loss, how fast you can lose weight, I didn't hesitate. I find out what do I need to eat, what time, boom, let's jump right into it. And I didn't really do any changes or prepare myself for it. I just start preparing keto meals as I thought they were supposed to be and went right into it, and it was a big mistake because, like I probably mentioned, it makes a lot of stress on your body. It created a lot of problems for me. I got constipated, my hair was falling off, my skin was looking weird, and I didn't know why until I then read a little more and dig in a little more and find out that you can make those changes that drastically in your body. So tip number 1 is mistake number 1, jumping right into it without making proper changes. Alright, tip number 2 or mistake number 2 is not replacing minerals and vitamins. And when you are doing many types of diets, especially with keto or low carb diets, your body will release or lose a lot of liquids, and with liquids you also will lose minerals. So in the beginning when I started, I was not taking vitamins or minerals, and it's not something I was used to before, so I just didn't do it. But with this particular diets or low carb diets, you probably want to keep up with your vitamins and minerals, especially because you will lose a lot of liquids, and there you go with them. All right, mistake number 3 is going to be not eating enough fat. I know it sounds crazy for many people, but this is the diet, this is the lifestyle. So for a keto diet, and again, it's high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs. So when it's a high fat, you have to be consuming more fat than the other macros. And if you're having a hard time thinking what types of fat or what you can include to increase your fat, think about nuts and butter and coconut oil. And if you cook with coconut oil, then you want to just have a little bit of butter, put it on top to let it melt over your food. Just think of ways that you can increase your fat intake. Now, you don't want to take this too far where you consume way too much fat, because then if your goal is to lose weight, then you don't want your body to just lose dietary fat. You want to eat enough fat to trigger your body to burn your own fat that you have stored and you want to get rid of. So that was mistake number 3. I was not eating enough fat or a lot of fat. Okay, mistake number 4 goes right along with that one, and that is I was eating too much protein. And it is too much, but what didn't seem too much for me, because it was the normal. If you have 2 pieces of chicken breast or something like that, or some people eat even more than that, but I was not considering it being a whole lot of meat or protein. And so that was a big mistake, that I was trying to compensate and eating a larger piece of meat with my meal, and I was actually consuming too much protein, which once you consume too much protein, the body goes into a process and converts that protein into glucose, therefore into carbs. And so it will prevent me from going to ketosis because I was consuming too much protein, which is a no-no. And to fix that, what you need to do is, I don't want to make it too complicated, but for now, if you're a beginner, if you're advanced and you know how to weigh or measure your food and you've been intaking the right amounts. But if you're a normal regular person who don't want to do all that, go through all that hassle, all you gotta do is, if you're eating 2 pieces of the meat, just cut it to 1.5 or 1, and that way you're cutting out some protein, and then you'll work your way into finding out whether you were eating too much or not. So that's a good way, because we are regular busy people and you don't want to be measuring or taking more extra steps to just eat your meal. So if you're eating 2 pieces of meat or chicken or beef or whatever meat protein you're consuming, just cut that in half and try that, okay? Mistake number 5, not taking care of your gut. I know it was a new one for me. I never thought about these things, and so making these changes in your life could be really stressful again for your body. And I was not taking care of my gut or my stomach, my digestive system. So when I started learning about keto and the diet and the lifestyle and healthy ways, also came across this gut. So you can take probiotics, take apple cider vinegar, and just take care of your gut. Everything good for your gut health, because you need to be able to digest and process these fats and these vegetables and greens. And so you need a strong gut and strong stomach to deal with these changes. So when you go bypass all this and you are into ketosis and far on to keto, you'd have no problems, because you don't want to be having stomach issues, and they're very uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants that. So taking probiotics is a must. If the vegetables are hard on your body, then again, there's enzymes that you can take to help you digest those vegetables and greens. Another good thing to add to your diet, if you can get your hands on, is bone broth. It's really good for your gut health, and it's gonna help you with having strong layers on your gut, okay? And that's very important, guys. And now I have a few bonuses for you. I know I said 5 mistakes, but these ones are very important, and I have to include them in this video. And one of them is water. Especially in the beginning, you want to be consuming enough water, keep yourself hydrated for all these changes. But then again, with consuming of water and losing water comes the replacement of minerals and vitamins. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to flush yourself with water, but you want to keep yourself hydrated, okay? Another one is, and this one is kind of optional, is more if you want to, or take that off your mind, is and that's how I find out that I was probably not doing something right, and that is checking my ketone levels. And there's a couple of ways to do that. You can do there's some urine strips that you can buy at the pharmacy, where you can just pee on that, and it'll mark you if you have if there's ketones, and it shows you. It's not 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea whether you're into ketosis or not at all. And that one is the one I use normally, because I don't have to be 100% accurate. I just want to know if they're there, and that was helped me make the changes to finally see the results and get into ketosis and see changes there. Another way, which is a little bit more expensive, or you probably already have it, is checking with those glucometers and those people that are diabetic, those little machines that they use to check their blood. And there are some that can read ketones in your blood, which is a great one. And again, it might not be 100% and it's totally optional, but there's another way, okay? And there is also with your breath. Don't get scared. This is not, you're gonna have a stinky breath for the rest of your life, but when you are new to creating ketones, you will have a bit of a smelly breath, but it's only in the beginning. Once you're keto adapted, that will go away, and is another way for you to know whether you are in ketosis or not. Me personally, I use the urine strips method. It'll change color once you are obviously pee on them, and it kind of gives you an idea that, again, it's not 100%. Oh my god, yes, you're in ketosis and you'll stay there. And the last one, to not make this video too long, is reading labels for hidden carbs. And this one just killed me. I was consuming some things and I'm thinking, well, they're sugar free and I have to avoid sugar, so this is good. Don't let, you know, marketing trick you with this sugar free stuff that are not so sugar free. There's things there that could sabotage your progress. With fructose, especially, if you're doing keto, fruits are fructose and therefore it is a form of sugar. If you like or want to have, I would just suggest maybe berries, a few berries, not a whole bunch of fruit, because they are sugar. But just be very careful with foods and labels, because there are hidden sugars in these products. Okay? Alright, that's it guys. I don't want to make the video too long. I'm trying my hardest to not make the video super long. So this is it for now. See you next Tuesday for my next video. Bye.